Hey everyone, welcome to Scary Movies. The answer to your first question is yes. We are going to be doing math today. The answer to your next question is also yes. It will be on the exam as we take a look at Josh Allen, the two long touchdowns versus the Patriots, and of course the Pythagorean theorem. Now with the first play, we won't be doing a ton of math with the John Brown 42-yard touchdown, which is of course the line of scrimmage. And I'm going to highlight something for the NFL conspiracy theorists who think that the NFL might be rigging things on behalf of the Buffalo Bills. This does appear to be a missed illegal block in the back, so it's possible that Buffalo Bills got away with one there. Now we see John Brown, whose nickname is Smoke for a reason, has a great angle to get behind all of the Patriots defender. Josh Allen sees that, motions him to go deep. And I want to take a look at the body mechanics of Allen for just a moment, for a point we'll get to towards the end of the video. Josh Allen has arguably terrible mechanics on this throw. On the run, the leg you'd usually want swinging forward plants. There's next to zero hip rotation. Shoulders do rotate some, but this throw is mostly with his arm. Release point's probably around the 44-yard line. This is a straight line, so we're not going to use the Pythagorean theorem. John Brown catches it right around the end line, so 44-ish air yards is probably a good estimate. And again, that throw is nothing but arm. Here's where we're going to need a little bit of math. This is the 49-yard touchdown reception to Stefon Diggs. And as Josh Allen drifts back, we will get our first kind of addition to that measurement. So while it goes into the play-by-play as a 49-yarder, we see Allen is at the Buffalo 41 as opposed to the New England 49, which is a distance of 10 yards. So just keeping note mentally, from that 49, we're going to add 10 to that, making our a squared distance, this vertical line, 59 yards to start with. Now, one thing to note, Stefon Diggs does slow down a tiny bit for this one. Big difference here between the one to Diggs and Brown is this coverage is excellent. This is a pinpoint pass, and as we can see in this frame and the next, Diggs is catching it around the 3. So that 59-yard estimate we had of our vertical yards, our a squared, that's probably about 56. The better number to remember, though, is 7, which is, of course, the points on the board. Now, putting together the angles, we're going to try to get our b squared, and we will definitely have some numbers talk for this one. But take a look at Josh Allen's body mechanics for that point I referenced we'd get to at the end of the video. Good shoulder rotation, pretty good hip rotation. He does shrink a little bit to avoid contact, which means this probably isn't his maximum throwing power, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's getting closer to it. So here, I want to point out the distances between the hash marks. That's 18.6 feet. And if we take the distance from the inside of the hash to the sideline, that's 70.9 feet. I'd estimate Allen is about 3/4 of the way from here to this side of the hash. So that's about 13 feet. Add that 13 feet to this approximately 71 feet. That puts us at 84 feet to the sideline, or about 28 yards. That's the number you want to keep in your head for just a moment here. Now, as I noted at the other angle, Stefon Diggs does change his route just a little bit to make this catch. And so we see he's not exactly at the sideline, so we're going to need to adjust that 28-yard estimate. Now, this is a little bit tougher. The angles can skew things, but our best guess is the vertical distance of Stefon Diggs, roughly 6 feet, is pretty similar to our distance to the sideline. So we'll call that good enough for what we're going to do. So we'll take 2 yards off of that 28-yard estimate to give it about a 26-yard. And as we watch this play in its glorious conclusion one more time, we'll see Stefon Diggs get up in a nice superhero pose, and we'll put the numbers in. So for our vertical distance, we came up with about 56 yards, and for our horizontal distance, we came up with about 26 yards. I won't actually make you do the math. Total distance for this throw is probably about 61.7 yards. Next Gen Stats has it at 62.2, which means my estimates meshing the camera angles are pretty good for that. Now here's the thing I promised you from both of those touchdowns, which is that kind of final point. Now if you're trying to defend Josh Allen, I want you to take a look at this number and think about what this means. We don't believe from the body mechanics that we witnessed from either throw that Josh Allen is maximizing his throw distance. And he's throwing pinpoint strikes from very close to 2/3 of the field. That's just a ridiculous statistic to think about. Very difficult to defend. It really makes the entire field fair game for the Buffalo Bills. So that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, call me a jerk in the comments, but definitely don't forget to check out buffalorumblings.com and all the great content.